Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're gonna see who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. Now, we're picking avocados. They're all the same flavor, so you're either gonna have to choose from the image or a number that resonates with your energy, okay? So I'm gonna hold it up so you can see again and choose your number, pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'll give you a moment to resonate with your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1. Let's take a look at what's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. Okay? Give me an overview from my pile 1. You know, it is the one that's head on, so it might be like right in your face. You can see everything clearly at night during a full moon when we talk about releasing energy. So full moon through a waxing moon phase is going to be relevant. It's actually going to be critical in how you recognize this person, okay? Because it feels like when you recognize your next partner, they'll already like have been there, if that makes sense. Like, it's not somebody that, like, they may very well be coming towards you now, but when you realize it's not like a love at first sight, okay? Surrendering to the divine and releasing energy talks about some blockages that need to be clear, okay? So when we talk about what's coming towards you in love, it's going to come after you've released some heavy blockages. I won't call it trauma because it doesn't have to be traumatic blockages. It could simply be limiting beliefs, blocked perspectives, right? Things like that. It's like something's right in the way of your view. So what is this at the bottom? A new start is coming. So from the full moon, waning down to the new moon, a very specific time of month. It's all going to happen within that half of the month. Yeah, exactly. Because surrender to the divine. What do you need to release? A new start is coming. That's also a direct message of this is what's pending for you, right? It's going to be a new thing, right? It's going to be a new person. It's just that you got something in the way that's stopping you from getting there or from realizing, okay? So let me pull from the tarot. Pile number 1. Who's coming towards you in love and how will you recognize your next partner? Pile 1. There's a lot of confusion, right? 5 of Wands talks about changes. It's where things are struggling to ground. It's where there's just the chaos of things trying to ground. This is an avoidance energy, self-sabotaging energy, very, very quickly coming through, and a message. Oh, you about to have an awakening. Gotcha. You're going to have a revelation of where you've been making things harder on yourself, where you've been self-sabotaging when it comes to love and romance. And once you release that, that's when you're ready for the new start. So I'm not even going to play these games with this deck and make it like super long for no reason. I'm going to just move on to the next deck because I feel like the 8 of Wands is me right now. Like, let's just move, go. Because once you clear that blockage, once you clear that energy and realize where you've been messing up, I heard the words, when you start holding yourself accountable, you will very quickly step into a love connection. Like, this is a pile when you clear that blockage. After the full moon, through the new moon is when you'll really start to experience this person. And I don't know why it's like that. Could be during Libra season, could be during Aries season. So beginning of spring, beginning of fall, 2 different times, right? When we talk about the full moon, new moon, okay? So North Node, critical part of your journey. This is important. It's not about this is important to the how you recognize this person. A critical part of your journey is learning how to connect and harmonize one-on-one with people. I don't know how you deal with people. I'm not judging you. I don't be with you every day. But something about my pal ones, the way you connect with people, interact with people, engage people, specifically on a romantic level, is not good, right? This is where we're combative. Two of Swords is where we're actively just avoiding things that need to be resolved. Five of Swords is where we're burning bridges and cutting off our nose to spite our face and self-sabotage. Eight of Wands is where we do things really quickly without even thinking about it, especially when we talk about sending messages and the things that we say to people. Learning how to be a little more harmonized, considerate, and fair with people one-on-one is part of your journey. Okay, so when we talk about what's coming in towards you in love, and I always look to see how you'll recognize your next partner that matters. Everybody you talk to, everybody you date doesn't matter, but like the partner that will mean something to you, right? At least attempt to be long term. Clearing this blockage, right? Surrendering to the divine. What do you need to release so that this new start, so that you have the space to connect with someone in a healthy way, in a way to where they can continue on your journey with you. Destined to Have talks about someone that was always destined to come in and help you once you reach the point of development on your own to learn the lessons of union, okay? But you have to know how to do that in a relatively healthy enough way, because the universe on this table is basically saying like, you're not going to recognize this person until you're ready enough, because you're not going to terrorize them. You're going to at least be somewhat balanced, okay? Not saying you're a horrible person. I use the word terrorize because I'm dramatic. I'm like that, okay? But that seems to be what's on my table. So tell me more about Pile 1, who's coming towards them in love. Someone that's dependable and consistent, okay? I saw the religious card. Who's coming towards my Pile 1 in love. And I'll say there's always a polarity. So even though I'm reading the dominant part where you're needing to do all this work, some of you, it's this person. Like they need to do the work. Yeah, because look at this. We got the Gold Digger card, which talks about people that are used to transactional relationships that lack depth. So a shadow side of Libra energy and air sign energy in general is that it's overly analytical, overly diplomatic, and it's not, there's no depth, there's no actual connection beyond attaching, if that makes sense, right? Like it's transactional, no, like the card says. So clearing that, whether that's you, whether that's them, but I always read it like it's you, because if you can do the work and get to union faster, I know that's what a lot of you prioritize. Okay, so who's coming towards my Pile 1 in love? How will you recognize your next partner? Gold Digger talks about when we attach to people that attach to us for the wrong reasons, by the way. It talks about when we prioritize the wrong types of unions. It talks about when we attach to people romantically that are prone to use us, whether it is materially, whether it's draining us emotionally, whether it's because we're overextending with service and doing things for them that, you know, make their lives easier. When you clear that, that's what's going to come in. So who's next in love? Someone totally different from this energy. Okay, let me get another. Give me another description for my Pile 1's next partner. There's a certain thing that's very different about this person, right? This card says unusual and rebellious is here as well, which, let me see, give me another one for my Pile 1. Who's coming towards them in love, and how will they... Oh, you just, I mean, you know what? It's funny. It's funny. You may meet them at a beach near water. I don't know why I'm stacking out like that, but we'll roll with it for now. Third eye. When you, okay, so I'm not gonna say, okay, some of you, it could very well be love at first sight. I don't know if that's the thing. Because the dominant energy here is like, I don't know that I've noticed this person like that before. I don't know if I've looked at that person like that before. How well, I think it's funny and I love it a lot, even though it is a little vain. How you'll recognize your next partner, you're going to be extremely attracted to this person. This person's going to look so good to you, better than everybody else. You're going to be like very sexually stimulated, even if it doesn't make any sense. Even if this person is a little unusual, even if they're rebellious, you're going to be like, this person looks so good. Beach body, like beach body, literally, that's my soulmate. And third eye, maybe they have really beautiful eyes, but something about that third eye being unlocked is going to be a part of the awareness of, I want this person. Like, you're going to look at them and be like, I want this person. Okay? But the kicker is where we're being very literal, like this person's going to look that good, you're going to want them immediately. You're not going to be like that. This person's not going to be placed in front of you until that is released. Okay, that's the kicker, and that's why it's on the table like that. So I have I'll pull this after. Let me get this love deck. Who's coming towards my pile one in love, and how will they recognize their next romantic partner? I apologize, y'all. I hope these other piles are not like this. It's only 10 minutes, because I mean, after this and that, I'm pulling advice. It's straightforward. It's like, okay, you clear this block, and then once you clear this block, this is the lunar cycle where it's gonna happen, down to the T. I've even given a season, you know, time of year, 2 times of year where it may happen. And I've given you how you're gonna feel when you encounter them, like the end. We talked about accountability earlier. That was a huge theme. Accountability first. That's what this pile needs to know. I don't know why that's a thing. Let me see if I can get 2 to 3 more of these cards, and then I'll pull several of that from that deck. Okay, 2 or 3. There we go. Control issues. You have to learn accountability, and you have to learn how to manage your control issues. The end. That's what this group needs to know. You know, you are the one that picked the head-on shot. I got missed chances. So this is someone that you actually have missed out on before, whether you interpret it that way or if it just aligned to where you actually had an opportunity to be with this person in the past, but you proved yourself not ready. Soulmate 2 times. I'm going to put it right here because it's going to be like a good, legit soulmate. And we have faith when you learn to release your control issues and have faith and trust the connection. If you were aware of this person at any point, they were a little different, and that's why it didn't work out. I'm not saying it's going to be the same person. I'm saying it's going to be someone similar, because you have a plethora of soulmates, right? But it seems like some of you at one point were tested with a soulmate, and it was like, look at how they're acting. They're not ready. Why would I bring, why? No, that was kind of the reaction energetically. Okay. But you're going to like this person. You're going to like how this person looks. Is going to be great for all the vain, superficial reasons, but this person's not going to be presented to you until you do that work. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot of passion, it's a lot of sexual attraction, and it's a lot of words. There's no emotion on the table where someone's actually connecting beyond the moon cycles. So like, I'm going to pull from this last deck before I get your advice, but as far as someone that's looking to see what's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner, it still doesn't feel genuine. It feels like it's healthier than what you're used to, but it doesn't feel like love. It feels like connecting, being sexually attracted to each other, and it being still transactional in some way. Like, it's still a soulmate. It feels serious, like someone that's coming in to teach you accountability. Like, I hate it a little bit because it's either because you clear these blockages, because this is why they're foreshadowing. That's why they led with that, because you can be either side. This is either someone that's going to come in to make you better for the next person, and or, because it could be mutual, coming in so that you can make them better for the next person. You see what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, who likes karmic lessons, but that's what it feels like, because there's not a lot of emotion on my table. So let me see if I can pull out the lighter side a little bit. I mean, so far the lighter side is two people that aren't interested in depth. They just want to be together. If that makes sense. Yeah, I got the Cancer energy of the nurturer. Okay. Tell me more about my... It's coming towards my power one in love. More, all is water. So I mentioned no emotions, no water, and then I get 2 water signs. This person may be psychic because you've gotten the third eye and the Pisces energy here. So this person may be psychic, like legit, like me, okay? But we've got a nurturer, we've got a psychic, and 2 water signs. Give me more. What else, what else, what else? I think you're going to meet this person by water. You may meet this person at a beach, literally at a beach by an ocean, okay? We got psychic energy and we've got sage here, which talks about purify. I mentioned you needing to do that. And I've got a Sagittarius energy of the explorer and being willing to expand your and broaden your perspective, like we talked about at the very beginning. Because this is a connection. Okay, all right. Oh, that's what okay. I didn't catch it. I'm glad I used this deck. So you got 2 options, okay? That's why the 2 of swords is there, okay, in the middle. We got a 5 of wands is where you're fighting and competing. A 5 of swords where you're self-sabotaging. You may end up where you don't do the work. You're going to end up in this vain, superficial cycle again. Very similar to what you're used to. Where it's dry, transactional, maybe stimulated sexually, but it feels more transactional. Okay, you're going to end up in that again if you don't clear this energy they're telling you to. Okay? And if you do an evolve, you're going to get someone that's more depth, right? Pisces Cancer energy talks about being connected very emotionally, knowing each other very well, almost like a psychic connection, a true soulmate, right? But you have to purify and be willing to explore. What's at the bottom? The wolf moon of sharpening your instincts. That's going to come once you sharpen your instincts. So I got 2 connections coming, and I'm being honest with you. You got another karmic lesson very similar to what you're used to. The end. Like that's genuinely the next one, unless you truly do some heavy shadow work. If you don't do the shadow work, you're going to step into that. And then after the shadow work or the experience with this one is going to mature you, push you to where you end up in a connection that has more depth. Okay, but it's going to take sharper instincts to get there, because your pile says the type of connection that you're going to end up with, whether you do the shadow work first and go straight there, or you go to another karmic contract before being ready for the soulmate, is that it was already presented to you. You just didn't take it. And I can't confirm that it's going to be the same soulmate the second time, okay? I cannot. So let me see. I'm going to get your advice and close you out for my pile number 1. I hope that made sense. I hope that was clear. These don't normally do that. These don't normally do that. Cut ties. Cut ties. And protect yourself, right? Like, have a boundary with people that are like that gold digger energy. Does not have to be like literal, right? It could truly just be people that aren't aligned with you, right? We talked about all the ways that it could be. Have a boundary with people that you're not really interested in like that for the right reasons, that you don't feel are interested in you for the right reasons either. Okay? Maintain that boundary like that. And safe travel. You'll meet them at the beach. You'll meet them near a beach. You'll meet them near an ocean, okay? All right. So I'm going to move around and I'll go to pile 2. All right, pile 2. So let's see who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. I've already got a clear energy. Before I do that, I want to let you know I got a little nudge. It was slight. It was touch and go. It wasn't like it was faded, right? It's not really there. So I know a couple of you in the comments were telling me like y'all got like shoulder issues. Shout out to y'all. I can tell that you've been like taking care of that. I know one of you told me you were gonna go see a specialist, so I'm excited to see that maybe it's working because it's faint now. Good for you. All right, so where we're going here is some of you, you're gonna meet this person, right? Whether it's you or them. Career success. I saw the 6 of Wands, and I actually have at the bottom of Melanin Pop, can't quite get to it yet. The bottom of that deck is my career, and I kept getting from that astrology deck Gemini and Virgo, which are Mercury ruled. I'm like, is it gonna be a Mercury retrograde? Or are you trying to tell me that it's gonna be a Mercury ruled season? Like maybe one of you has Virgo Gemini placements, could be both, but it was a lot of details of someone's going to have career success. Those signs are relevant. And then boom, at the bottom of this reset, I got the full moon in Virgo, which this year it was an eclipse. I believe it's going to be an eclipse the next 2 years as well. So pay attention to the full moon in Virgo. That could have been a relevant period in time, or it is going to be in the future. And it could be all of the above, because I do believe this happens 3 years in a row. I think I remember pulling that together for the members. So let me get an overview and see from my pile number 2 who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. South Node. Hey, listen, that full moon in Virgo happens on the South Node this year. So something happened. I don't know if you met this person, recognize this person, and you don't realize yet, like something happened. South Node in Virgo right now this year. It's going to be that way until 2026. So the next full moon in Virgo, I do believe, again, it's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's going to be a South Node lunar eclipse. Boom. So I could also be talking about someone that has North Node, South Node in Mercury ruled placements, right? So that would be Gemini, Sagittarius axis along with this Virgo, Pisces axis that we're talking about. But some of you, this is real time. I got a full moon in Taurus. Okay, so if something happened this year or happens at the beginning of next year, real time, you'll get more confirmation around that full moon in Taurus, which happens during Scorpio season. Okay, so that's the middle of fall. When we talk about don't let your past hold you back, your dreams need a practical plan. Once you recognize this person, once it's clear something about the method, I don't know, because why do your dreams need a practical plan when it comes to connecting with this person? There's something past based that's holding you back that you're going to have to make sure isn't in your way as you try to ground and connect with this person. Okay, so you're being told explicitly. All right, look at that 6 of Wands. I told you that's that success, that's that praise, that's that parade. Okay, so tell me, my pile 2 who's coming towards you in love, how you'll recognize your next partner. I'm feeling really efficient with this reading so far, and then I like it. Let's get it out the way, get our answers, shut it down. Tell me more about pile 2. 6 of Wands doesn't want to go away. Okay, if you want to be successful, you can't let your past hold you back. Okay, that's the thing. So who's coming towards you in love? Tell me more about this person. Death, 4 Wands, Magician. Hey, look at you. I got the Lovers. So listen, Mercury is a thing, right? Mercury is a huge thing. So let me get you right. Ace of Swords, clarity. Okay, step 1 is going to be clarity, right? So like, who's coming towards you in love? You're going to realize you're interested in this person at the same time they realize they're interested in you. Okay, you're going to have an awakening, a revelation of some form. It's not going to necessarily going to be chaotic. It's just a realization like, hey, you know, I might be interested in them. Or meeting them like, hey, I just met this person, I think I want to get to know them. Both of these, the Magician and the Lovers, are Gemini ruled, which is what I meant when I was talking about Mercury. So could be this person's placements, could be your placements, could be relevant times of year. Okay, but the 6 of Wands, talks about, okay. Oh, okay. Something about a victory and a success that maybe was cut short. Okay, like someone's experiencing career success. I see it. I'll show you at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting to that deck. But Six of Wands is where we have the victory, the praise, where we're being recognized. And the Death is obviously a transition, a transformation. And the Four of Swords is where we're resting and healing. So I don't know what happened. Maybe something's going to happen and you're going to need to take a vacation, or you took a vacation. You've got some downtime. I think at the beginning I channeled. I know some of y'all were like getting, y'all want to see specialists and stuff like that. I remember that lady told me that. Shout out to you. I can't remember your username. But, let me see. Something about alchemizing energy, right? And being practical in your approach to the way you're managing your energy, managing your situation. Okay, some of you, this is going to be a career shift, okay, that directly leads to union. Okay, so what's going on? Tell me more about who's coming towards you in love and how you recognize your next partner. About two, you know, Gemini is the sign of communication. So something about conversations, communication could be a thing. Tell me about my power two, please. Who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. Venus and Yang. Okay. So this is someone that will be active towards you. They won't necessarily be aggressive, but they will be active. Like, I don't know that you won't know this person's interested in you. Does that make sense? It feels like this person is going to be very open about liking you, very open about sharing love with you, communicating and expressing love for you. Okay. Venus and Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius. All of those Venus signs or transits could be applicable, but I mean, the reality is this Yang, Venus with Yang, is someone that loves out loud, someone that expresses out loud. Like, they are not shy, they are very clear, they're very communicative and expressive in their interests. Okay? Like, something about a practical approach, but like, this tells me like how you recognize this person immediately. I don't know no other way. I don't know another way to describe it. I've got the moon, and it does say satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So this could be someone that's very nurturing. Okay, very nurturing. The moon does talk about secrets and confusion and vague. This person may be vague in their interest for you. It could be that might be what does it, because it just, this isn't a pile that needs to know how to recognize this person. If I'm being honest, it's very specific. It's very clear. So let me get Melon Pop. See, I told you something about your career is completely relevant here. I was thinking that it was a success, but that Six of Wands threw itself out and made it seem like there's some type of shift, transition, or delay. Like somebody may have had a, like honestly, when I'm thinking career, Six of Wands could be somebody that like lost their job, is struggling bad. You know what I mean? Like that lost their job, had to step away from work, on like FMLA, right? Like, you know, when you have to like take time off because you're sick, like that's what it feels like. Could be someone that expresses concern with you via your job during that. Okay. Someone that's eager to share information with you, because groupie combined with teacher is someone that's kind of running behind you to give you information when I see those combined. So tell me more about pile number 2, please. Who's coming towards them in love? Let's talk about the who, because the how is very, very clear. I got a couple more decks. Soulmate. This is the second deck today that got soulmate. I like that you got it with the lovers. Who's coming towards my pile too? Hey, I told you. What is that? I hope y'all are all right. Like something about health, right? Do what you're supposed to be doing regarding your health, okay? And if it's this person, then it's someone that you would have been deeply concerned about, okay? Let's see. There we go. We'll take that one. Parrot. Okay, that is a redirection on the channel. Okay. I have very colorful parrots, but parrots are communicators. They talk, they express, they're loud. Parrot is very much Venus and Yang energy. I know Yang is not a sign, but these signs are Yang energy. So Venus and Yang is very much a parrot, someone that will be loud and proud and expressive in their interest for you. Like you're going to know because they're going to tell you basically. They're, more importantly than telling you, they're going to show you. Okay. I want to get one more in the bottom from this deck. I got a couple more. Okay, well, never mind. I've got taste. I don't know why I'm angling this. It's like that. The moon and addiction. Okay. This is someone that has concerns possibly of you having unhealthy coping mechanisms. Because why is this person concerned about your health? Like they're concerned about you doing right. Or concerned, or someone you would be concerned about them doing right. Right? So someone that's like kind of talking and encouraging possibly. Because addiction and moon feels like hiding pain, hiding trauma. And we got social media. So popularity, influencer, text. So let me move this here. Yeah, we can see. We can see. So let me get this love deck. And we got getting to know each other here. So who's coming towards my pile? Some of you could be a doctor. Could be someone that works in the medical industry. Someone that works in healing. Right? Anyone that will alchemize anything in any way with that magician. Okay. Someone that you would consider to have a loud aura. Possibly a luxurious one. Okay. Tell me, who's coming towards my pile one in love? Know why you did that. What is this? It's a vibe. Enjoy the good vibes and energy with this person because they are like no other. They have great vibes. How are you going to recognize them? They have a great vibe. We got Rags to Riches coming out. And this is a new chapter. Fresh start is always good for everyone. Doors are opening for this new phase within your love life. I got watch out. I got spiritual awakening. Somebody that people are jealous of. The end. Like, someone that may be in the middle of a spiritual awakening, but it's someone that people are jealous of. The end. But that new chapter might be new career, because I mentioned that, or new health journey. But that taste energy feels like somebody that people would be jealous of and gossiping about. You got vivid dreams. You may have dreams about this person. They may be having dreams about you, and they'll let you know. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna grab this other deck. Tell me what's going on. Who's coming towards my pile two in love? Incoming energy of an awareness. I mean, it's spiritual awakening of knowing. Like, I don't know what else to say. We got a releasing energy, and we've got manifest. Hey, we got the magician, and we've got manifest. So this may be someone that's into manifestation, right? Like into magic, into the occult. Okay. I'm layering that with magic. We got the magician and manifest. Could be the letter M, could be relevant, whether it's career, place, names, initials, things like that. I have deep wisdom, so someone sharing some wisdom. Let me see. I think I want like 3 more, and then I will get your advice and close you out. For my pile number 2. Solar eclipse. With, you know, we have a new chapter in the door, and we have a threshold. So, and that feels like magician-esque energy too. Okay, I'll take both of those in the bottom. Someone that would have gone into hibernation due to a lack of abundance. Okay, is someone that would have gone into hibernation or due to a lack of abundance, or someone that would have been concerned about, possibly check up on you once you went into hibernation due to a lack of abundance. Whether we're talking about career, health, any of that on the table, okay? So I've got ignite in reverse, something that never got off the ground. Maybe it's someone that you couldn't quite get it off the ground. Maybe this is what halted it. I could see that. But your dreams need a practical plan, because it feels like a pause. So it feels like when you realize, when you recognize, whether it happened already because I mentioned those timelines, or if it's one of those upcoming timelines I referenced, there's going to be some kind of blockage, some kind of pause that you need to work through. Okay? Either work through, or the pause will be the initiation of the contact, of the connection. Because sometimes things that are off-putting, weird, or uncomfortable are exactly what you need to break the ice. I can see that for some of you. So let me get the advice from my pal too. All right. Equilibrium, balance, reciprocate the energy, and be charming. Letter E could be relevant in some way, but equilibrium, eternal charisma talks about being receptive to this person, being engaging with this person, matching this person's charisma, and things like that, okay? So I'm going to close you out and move around to pile number 3. All right, pile 3, let's take a look at who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. So let me take a look. I noticed this one actually has like crackers with it, or cookies, whichever it is. Tell me about pile 3, who's coming towards my pile 3 in love, and how they'll recognize their next partner. It's funny because this timeline came out in different cards already when I was cleansing. So September might be a thing. Okay, September through November. Okay, because we got a lunar eclipse in Pisces coming up. Those of you real time. And new moon in Libra will be following some of that energy. So that's going to be like fall, end of summer, fall is a timeline, okay? But it says conclusions are within reach, a new romantic cycle begins. So that lets me know that you're going to connect with this person around that time of year, okay? And we got a cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. And when you have that opportunity, you're being encouraged to move forward and to not hesitate, and not to overthink it, because after this lunar eclipse in Pisces, because that's Virgo, around Virgo season, we'll later be stepping into Libra. Like, this is the season before the season, okay? And Libra is a cardinal sign. So it's saying cardinal signs matter, whether that's this person's, I was going to say placements, but more specifically, I'm being told that, yeah, this person could have cardinal placements. But I'm being told to clarify, those of you selecting this pile, someone with a cardinal moon is relevant. Whether that's this person or if it's you. I don't know why I'm calling out the moon. Or maybe this new moon in Libra is transiting your moon in a way that connects with this person. Okay? Because if you have a cardinal moon, you'll have a moon in Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn. That will be your moon placement. But something about this new moon in Libra may help you align following this eclipse. All right? All right. And remember, these transits can apply years after as well. Okay? Because these are timeless. It's just that some of you get personal readings, basically, real time. Good for you. Let's see. Tell me my pile 2. I mean 3. Sorry, I was looking. I threw off my thumbnail and I ended up looking at that. If you picked both piles, that's okay. Let me get myself back. Okay. All right, pile 3. New beginnings. Letter F could be relevant. Okay, I got, yeah, F could be relevant. 4 is probably a relevant number in some way. But we've got healing, we got an Empress ascending, and we've got a stabilizing energy into a new beginning. Okay, a new opportunity. Okay, something brand new from scratch. Whether it's a new situation you're stepping into, this person stepping into seems to be stabilizing around your auras to where you two can connect. So like this is a person you've never met. You'll meet for the first time due to the universe shifting you to the same position, right? Someone stabilizing somewhere near the other in a new place, new space. All right. Okay. Tell me more about my pile number 3. Who's coming towards them in love? I have a healed and stable divine feminine stepped onto the table, by the way. Empress is Taurus energy ruled by Venus. Libra is the other sign ruled by Venus. There's a heavy divine feminine energy that has healed, right? Healing here, stabilizing here, new journey here. I've got house 11. Someone that's thriving in their network and socially, like outside, living their best life. Okay. Some of you, you're being told you're going to go out to collective spaces, participating in like clubs and hobbies. Okay. But this is outside networking events. Okay. So you'll be out doing that. It's going to feel good. Might even be luxury, but you'll be doing those things when you recognize this person, and that's where you'll encounter them. I've got Mars, move forward and defend self, which talks about go, move. Someone here may have a Mars in the 11th house or in Taurus. Okay. Actually, I'll take it a step further. Mars in Taurus, Mars in a cardinal sign. Being very active towards stability, which is here. Actually both here, right? This is stability in health. This is stability in just material. This is money, assets. This is your network. This is saying be very active and expanding your network regarding your stability, your assets, okay? Because how you'll recognize your next partner is going to be in this situation, setting, environment, okay? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta show you off here. We're talking about someone that's really accomplished. There's someone here, I'm leaning towards divine feminine energy, that seems to be accomplished. And that's how, okay? So let me see. Tell me who's coming towards my pile 3 in love. House. You know, some of you are like, oh, these not that long. Let me pick multiples. I got unique job. Someone may have a unique healing career. Like when I say that, like, I don't know why it's coming through, but like health and unique job comes through. Like when we talk about health and wellness, like we all know doctor, nurse, whatever. We know nutritionist, things like that. But something about this person, they may have like a hustle, a job that's like, I know like estheticians aren't unique anymore, but like, I don't know, something about it. Like maybe they're like, they sell herbs, maybe they're an herbologist, maybe they are energy healing, things like that, because something here feels like someone has a unique hustle of some form. Okay, so let me see. I gotta do you remember here. Memories, past lives, karmic, soulmates, reminiscing, and a twin flame. Now, why you did that? Why are you jumping out of my hand? Okay. All right. You're gonna be very attracted to this person. Okay. Tell me more about who's coming towards my pile. Number 3 in love. Cause I got time. Let me pull more. I want to pull 3 more and see what this is. Got one night stand, fast, sudden connection. So there's a lot of sensual energy and attraction on the table. Okay. Let me see. Anyone in the adult industry, you're in your right place, right space. I do see you. I just want to be mindful of what I describe because YouTube policies, okay? But you're in your right place, right space. Someone definitely has a unique job, okay? Very different from what people would expect. But we have a twin flame in the community, and do you remember? And we've got a gold digger vibe and thief. So I don't know what that is. It's so many people on the table. So, you know, it seems like in this setting, in this situation, I say setting, okay, so who's coming towards you in love, how you recognize, you'll have options, okay? People, you will have someone with this draining ulterior motives, superficial transactional relationships around you. Like you'll have someone like that trying to get your attention romantically at the same time that you meet this person, which is coming on the table like a divine counterpart, twin flame-esque. Now, I'm not saying it's your twin flame. I'm just saying the vibe kind of aligns without all the toxicity, okay? Some of you are gonna meet this person following this chaotic energy being mistakenly aligned with what you thought was going to be a twin flame. Regardless, it feels like there is someone that's really shining, that looks really good, that in this 11th house community setting, people like and want to align you with. Like, oh no, pile 3, we want this person with pile 3. We want this divine energy aligned with pile 3. Okay? Let me see. I got 2 more decks before we get to your advice. So I think we're good. We're good. The color red is a thing though, when it comes to the setting and the person. Because I got the connection here and the community aligned with the house 11. Okay, so let me get to shuffling. I have to pause really quick and adjust it because those of y'all with the little health ailment, like, it does come through, but I think I don't want to be a bully about it, but like I feel like last year it came through so prominently and consistently that I was just tired of it, so I stopped telling y'all so it would go away. I think I'm gonna do that again, because I think now these are shorter. Some of you are picking multiple piles, but also it was different ones of you, so like y'all all are picking different piles now because y'all have different things going on in y'all's journeys. But for whatever reason, that was a thing. Okay. I got security here. Okay. Tell me more about pile 3. What's coming towards you in love? Something stable. I mean, Taurus is the most secure sign. When we talk about the Empress energy there. So let's see. We got ecstasy. I mean, the sensual attraction is through the roof. Like, it's not for play, right? And I've got past life. There you go. You got past lives 2 times on my table. Gold could be a relevant color, okay? We got a love language. Similar love. Similar communication styles. Similar personality types I'm hearing. Like, so you have very similar ways of interacting with people and expressing love. Okay? Some of you, that's when we talk about these types of gatherings and clubs and groups, that's something that someone, some, two, three, whoever noticed and was like, that's a compatibility thing. We like that, right? Just alike. It reminds me a lot of this one, right? Okay. Let me pull from here. My pile 3. Who's coming towards you in love, and how will you recognize? Not the... Okay, so we got hero jumping down in reverse. Why? Who's coming towards you in love? Tell me more about who this is. You know, Leo energy in terms of the hero, it is personality. It's someone that would like attention. In reverse, it's like somebody that doesn't really want to be seen. Try not to be seen. Okay, I got a maturing energy of guidance. Tell me more about who's coming towards my pile 3 in love. Who is that? Who is that? Taurus energy. It's like the lover, divine feminine, someone that would be devoted to you. Look, a lover that's devoted, quite literally. Okay? And it feels like divine feminine energy or worshiping of the divine feminine. I say worship, that's not a good word. That's having a lot of consideration for the divine feminine energy. That's what hit my table, okay? All right, and I got a sharpening of instincts at the bottom. Let me see if I can get more really quick. Who is this? I want to try to get you a little more regarding who it is. Tell me more. Who is this? Someone that's a little bit protective, right? Like really protective over you, whether you realize it or not. We got refined in reverse. We got manifest and maturing. Someone that you met a little early. Like if you know, past life connection feels like you met too soon. If it's not a past life connection, to someone you would have met too soon, before someone was refined. I'm hearing the words mature enough. Like if someone's just not at the same stage of life as you. Like I'm not saying that it's age based at all. I'm saying that sometimes people can be the same age but at different maturity levels. I see it often. So it's like manifest feels like a maturing of the energy where someone wasn't refined. Okay. I'm not pulling all of this. One more, please. Great. All right, we'll take the bottom once I get this. And we've got courage. Okay. Incoming energy of the visionary. You know, Aquarius energy is on the table. So Aquarius season could be relevant. Aquarius placements could be relevant because Leo in reverse would be that visionary. So someone that's less likely to be a hero and more likely to be a visionary. Less likely to want to be a star and have all of the attention on them, and more wanting to support the collective. Does that make sense? That's what that is trying to tell me. Came out. Took a while. Needed to be refined. Needed to manifest. But it finally came through. Okay. All right. So let me get your advice so we can close you out. My pile number 3. What advice do we have regarding who's coming towards my pile 3 in love? There we go. We have an elixir of life. So prioritize what fuels you, what keeps you going. Okay. Use your willpower. We have courage. That was your last card there with the visionary. But use all of your will, use all of your power to bring your desires to fruition, to bring back your spark if you're lacking in it, to enhance your spark if you already have it, okay? Because something about you needing to prioritize your elixir of life and putting all of your energy there. Whether it is being courageous and being brave enough to go for it, right? Because if you feel like this connection is going to give you life when it comes in, then it's 100% something to pursue. And obviously it is something that's going to give you life. But when you recognize it, you have to be willing to go for it, okay? All right, I'm going to close you out and move around to pile number 4. All right, pile 4, let's see who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. So I'm going to go ahead and get me a good shuffle and get an overview so I can see exactly what's going on with this pile 4. You know, this is actually the one that has the least amount of coffee in it. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's see. Tell me. Now, granted, it's being poured, but it hasn't made it there yet. Might take some time. We've got the super moon. Emotions are running high. Okay. And full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So there's some transition that will happen, has happened in the spring, that will create the space for this connection, right? We talk about a lot of emotions and being overwhelmed and feeling things and things coming to a head, right? Like something's gonna like come to a head or has come to a head recently in a way where it has to go, right? It's like a mini rebirth, like, but it's specific to your emotions, right? The way you manage your emotions you've been holding on to, there's some sort of a release. And once you release, boom, it opens the space for this connection. So let me see. Yeah, Nine of Wands is that pause right before we max out, okay? Right before we burn out, okay? So be mindful of your health when we talk about that energy. That's been a theme in a lot of the piles today, okay? We got the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about efficiency and being talented and working. Who's coming towards you in love? We got Temperance. Okay, Four Wands. Okay, we got, okay, moving to a new home for work could be a thing. Okay, when I say moving to a new home for work, I mean like a more efficient workplace, right? Eight of Pentacles is where we're best utilizing our talents and skills. It's where we're not only good at things, but we're doing it right. Like, you know, just because you're good at something don't mean you're doing it right. But the Eight of Pentacles talks about being that way. And it talks about the harmonizing energy of the Temperance, where you found a new home, where you're celebrating and you're stable, you're grounded in knowing like, okay, negativity is gone. I've released all of this trauma or this just baggage just in general. And now I can just concentrate on being the best version of me in all areas of life, not just work like this card talks about, but just being efficient day to day, right? Like managing my house, keeping my house together, right? Keeping my routine together. Like that's where you are, okay? We do have assets and money here with the axis of Scorpio Taurus. So let me see what else is going on with this pal who's coming towards you in love. Okay, that could be this person as well, right? It could be you, it could be this person, because it always is a polarity, and you just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey, okay? Who's coming towards my pile 4 in love? How will they recognize their next partner? Will feel divinely guided, will feel like angelic support, okay? You're just gonna match really well very quickly. Got Taurus, letter T could be relevant here. And I've got cardinal energy, okay? Someone that is very good at getting things going, right? They're very stable, okay? Have a pioneering spirit, exactly like the card talks about. Very creative, very different, very unique. Always ahead, right? Like they're stable because they're ahead. They move first because they can see where it's trending, okay? I like it. I like it. So let's see. You may meet through a collective space or a friend. Tell me more about my pile 4. It's coming towards my pile 4 in love. Very unique individual. Like, I'm serious. Like, that's what Aquarius energy is. It rules unique situations and people. But the individuality is someone that is expressive, is artistic. Unique is already there, but trendsetter always knows how to, can move first because they know where it's going, right? They know what's stable, okay? That's this person. And we've got a draining energy on the table. So what is that? Do you remember? Could be someone that's good at pointing out the inefficiencies and what is draining you. I could see that. I feel like I want to get this out of the way. Let me just, okay. Tell me more about my pile 4. Got a manipulation. Oh, well, I'm going to take that one. Someone that you couldn't get a hold of, someone that at one point kind of, I don't say disappeared, that's chaotic, but there's somebody that may have prioritized work for a while, because look at me. All right, I just wanted to make sure we had space just in case I want to do something right here. Okay, all right. You got a powerful man, which I did see at the beginning of the of your pile. We got a revenge glow up. So if you have a revenge glow up, this person may have a revenge glow up. That's gonna position you to one another. I've got an athlete here. Okay. I've got a performer here. Look at you. Somebody's really out to prove themselves. Like, they not taking anything from anybody. Good for them. Good for you. Whoever this is. Okay. I got an I want you back sticking out with manifestation. But I want to, let's see. Commitment. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. Someone that's really locked in and who they are and where they're going. They may have left, walked away for the sake of prioritizing their stuff, because this feels like someone's stuff, right? And there's that revenge glow up card. Someone's left, circling back with a revenge glow up. Okay, but this is locked in energy. This is, I got it together. Like, I'm only worried about me and getting myself together. Okay. This could be someone that someone tried to manipulate at one point. Okay, this could be someone that stays to themselves because they've often been manipulated, if that makes sense. So let me get more. Yeah, I'll pull from this one next. Who's coming towards my powerful in love, please? Yeah, I'm glad I slid that up because I'm gonna need this space. Is someone that's gonna be if you're asking about someone masculine in nature, it's going to be someone that is strong energetically and physically, okay? And if you're attracted to people that are more feminine in nature, it's someone that's going to have a very, what's the word I'm looking for? We have luxury and spotlight here, so it's kind of like that glamour, that really well put together energy. I know people kind of call it like goddess-like energy. It's going to be someone with that look. Okay. Memories 2 times on my table. Someone is walking down memory lane. Could be someone you remember. Could be someone that's familiar. Okay. So who's coming towards you in love? We got a breakup. We got a divine union. I'm pulling more, by the way. I'm not like... But a breakup leading to a divine union, possibly. I don't know what that is. Like, because memories of a breakup leading to a divine union. And the memories of the breakup don't have to be people on the table. Does that make sense? Because I'm just seeing where these memories, this past, this breakup lead to the union. Whether it's the breakup that leads to the move or whatever, the self-love, the work that the person, you or them, has to do on yourselves to be ready for your next connection. All of that leads to some type of glow up in some way where you meet each other, and that becomes the best thing. But there's some type of mischances here on the table. I think I want 2 more before I take the bottom. And some type of missed chances in the past. What's this maturing? Yeah, someone that you always found attractive is on my table. Okay, like you definitely found this person attractive and funny and interesting. I don't know how well you knew them, if you knew them at all, but you would have considered them to be attractive and funny. You at a minimum wanted to communicate with them. You may have communicated with them at some point. Okay. All right. Some of you missed your chance to get to know this person because they were talking to somebody else. Like you were really attracted to this person, but they were having a conversation with somebody else. It was funny. They were laughing and you felt really weird and awkward interrupting. Okay. That's going to be like some of you that you're feeling like you missed your chance with somebody that like that. You did not, because they're on the table. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you may have self-sabotaged. I'm not going to lie because that card is there, but I don't know. This person's on the table. Okay. So tell me about 4. I'm really getting into this deck. I don't normally shuffle it like this on camera. So I'm like, ooh, what's gonna come out? My final deck. Tell me who's coming towards my pile 4 in love. Who is this? Okay, I got a Sagittarius of the Explorer. That's the traveling card. It does. Okay, so Temperance is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. So it could be someone with those placements or someone that travels, is well cultured, things like that. I got more Aquarius energy here. So someone that explores, someone you would consider to be a visionary, someone with a lot of focus. Okay. Transformation would be an ending. I don't see one. Someone you deeply respect and would listen to. Okay. I mean, all this energy, I would listen to this person. This person knows what they're talking about, especially since we're talking about someone that, kind of understands what's coming, so they can look ahead. An incoming energy of the Sage Moon and purifying so that things can be ignited. A solar eclipse, okay? That's the threshold. The threshold is going to be a solar eclipse. So real time. We have one. It's going to be in a sign of Virgo. Okay, solar eclipse. And there will be more. You can actually look them up. But there will be a solar eclipse. And there's a reversal of playing. So something about not playing. I don't know why. But purify, ignite, threshold, play, and reverse. I don't know. That's going to be personal to all of you. So let me close you out. I'm going to give my pile 4 some advice regarding who's coming towards you in love. So we can close you out. So who's coming towards my pile 4 in love? What advice? Look at me. I'm like, who's coming towards you in love? Union, divine union. We had it there because you can't see. I'm grabbing it now because I'm going to take all of this, right? I'm going to take all 3 on top of this, but union. I'm like, who's coming towards you in love? Union is coming. It's okay. We got courage. So you just be courageous, charismatic. Okay. Cut ties where you need to Sage Moon and all that. Clear those energy, clear that negativity. Okay. Because that's what it says. It says be courageous, be charismatic, and cut ties. You see that? I'm not making that up. Letter C is irrelevant in some way. Karmic justice and union feels like divine union, and I'm not even kidding. Like, it was a karmic contract. I guess that's why the opportunity is still here despite memories, do you remember, and missed chances. It's a karmic contract, I guess. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, my pile 4. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I am going to close you out now.